Namaskar, welcome to our channel Whitetail. Here we will explore about how democracy ends as per David Runciman and a political threat to Indian democracy.
In the opening lines of his book, David Runciman poignantly asserts, "Democracy rarely dies with a bang, it fades with a whisper." This striking observation serves as a warning, especially relevant to our times and circumstances in India. As citizens, it is our responsibility to remain vigilant and understand what Runciman means by this gradual decline of democratic values, particularly in light of recent statements from political leaders that could significantly shift the balance of power. Runciman articulates that the collapse of modern democracies does not resemble the overtly violent coups of the past. Instead, it manifests as an insidious erosion, primarily through the apathy of the populace. When citizens become indifferent to the political landscape, the foundation of democracy weakens. This shift is compounded by a growing trend where individuals prioritize comfort and security over their freedoms, ultimately accepting restrictions that compromise democratic principles. Furthermore, in an age dominated by technological advancements and populist ideologies, governments may present an illusion of democracy while discreetly dismantling the vital checks and balances that ensure true democratic governance. The alarming reality is that this decline often feels unremarkable until the moment we realize it has nearly vanished. In the context of India, we see a poignant example of this erosion with the recent statement from the Home Minister suggesting that any chief minister, prime minister, or minister jailed for 30 days would automatically lose their post. Initially, one might applaud this as a move toward accountability among leaders, yet the implications run deeper. It raises pressing questions of fairness and justice in a politically charged atmosphere. Who holds the power to decide on imprisonments? In such a convoluted system, the risk of targeting opposition figures becomes alarmingly high. When even preliminary accusations can lead to the loss of political office, the scope for manipulation and bias emerges. Consequently, democracy may retain its formal structure, elections, assemblies, and ministers, but if legal frameworks become tools for political gain, we inch closer to a hollow version of democracy. For India, the largest democracy on the globe, the stakes are monumental. A thriving democracy is not merely about exercising the right to vote, it encompasses trust, fairness, and accountability. Should we allow selective application of laws to prevail, we risk slipping into an alternate reality where justice is dictated by power instead of guiding it. The crux lies in our consciousness. Are we attuned enough to recognize these subtle changes? Or are we becoming complacent, overlooking the gradual unraveling of our democratic foundations? David Runciman's insight into the nature of democracy serves as a sobering reminder. It is seldom a dramatic demise. More often, it is a gradual fading, like a sunset receding into the horizon until we can no longer recognize the day. This slow decay can sneak up on us, leading to a realization that the democratic fabric of society has been worn thin, often without our conscious awareness. We must remain vigilant to protect the rights and freedoms we cherish. The recent ruling in India regarding the suspension of jailed ministers illustrates this delicate balance between accountability and control. On the surface, this policy appears to be a measure aimed at ensuring good governance, a necessary step toward upholding democratic values. However, underneath lies a potential for misuse, where the same rule may act as a mechanism of power rather than a safeguard for justice. The dual-edged nature of such policies demands our scrutiny and awareness. Ultimately, the responsibility falls upon the shoulders of the citizens. Democracy thrives on active participation and an informed public, willing to question decisions and challenge the status quo. Silence and apathy breed complacency, allowing those in power to manipulate and undermine our rights without opposition. When we fail to engage, we unwittingly contribute to the very erosion we seek to prevent, surrendering our voices and rights in the process. In this age of information, disinformation flows freely, complicating our ability to discern truth from falsehood. It is paramount that we not only seek the truth, but also foster conversations about the implications of governmental actions. By asking questions and holding leaders accountable, we exercise our democratic rights. Each inquiry is a step against the tide of silence that threatens to engulf us. Engagement is key. Attending town hall meetings, voting in elections, and participating in peaceful protests are vital avenues through which we can voice our concerns. If we remain complacent, what seems like an inconspicuous shift in governance today may lead to profound repercussions tomorrow, altering the landscape of our liberties. In the face of David Runciman's warning, we must embody the spirit of vigilance. The future of democracy hinges on our dedication to remain alert and engaged. Let us not wait until it is too late. Let us act now and keep democracy thriving in our society.